Listen, I'm going to tell you something about female unhappiness that most men will never understand, and until you do, you will keep destroying yourself trying to fix something that was never under your control. You think women get unhappy because of you, because of what you did, what you forgot, what you didn't say, what you didn't notice. But the truth is far simpler and far more disturbing. Most female unhappiness has nothing to do with the man standing in front of them. It started long before you ever arrived. You know how many men say the same sentence? "Nothing I do is ever good enough." And they're right, because the dissatisfaction you think you are causing was alive in her long before you met. One man brings flowers, she hates the color. Another plans a perfect date, wrong restaurant. Another works his ass off to provide. Suddenly he's too absent. Another spends more time at home. Now he's not ambitious enough. You could shapeshift into every version of a man she claims she wants, and you would still lose. Not because you're wrong, but because she isn't satisfied within herself. I watched this same pattern repeat with different women for years. Different personalities, different cultures, different lives. Yet the same sequence every time. The bright beginning, the honeymoon glow, the excitement, followed by a slow, predictable decline into dissatisfaction. One told me I wasn't romantic enough, and so the next time I became overly romantic. Suddenly I was too soft. Then I tried the opposite, more decisive, more masculine. Now I didn't consider her feelings enough. No matter which direction I shifted, the result was identical. That's when I realized the truth. The unhappiness wasn't reacting to me, it was projecting through me. Some women are born with a genetic tilt toward pessimism. It's not a choice. Their emotional baseline is tilted downward. They don't see what's right, only what's wrong. I've seen 3 generations of the same pattern: grandmother unhappy, mother unhappy, daughter unhappy, each one believing their dissatisfaction is caused by the man in their life, when in reality their brain is simply wired to tilt toward the negative. That's the foundation. Then comes childhood. In almost every chronically unhappy woman I met had one of 2 backstories. Either a damaged, absent, or emotionally cold father, creating a lifelong expectation that men will disappoint her no matter what. Or she grew up with a mother who was never satisfied, constantly complaining, criticizing, resenting everything around her. And the daughter absorbs that model unconsciously. She grows into a woman who believes unhappiness is normal, who believes constant dissatisfaction is what femininity feels like. By adulthood, the programming is fully installed. She is running emotional software she didn't choose, but she never questions it either. Add modern-day comparison on top of that, where she scrolls through thousands of curated highlight reels every day. She sees another woman's house, another woman's man, another vacation, body, ring, birthday surprise, and suddenly her own life feels inadequate. Not because it is, but because comparison destroys perspective. And when your perspective collapses, your happiness collapses with it. Modern women were raised on unrealistic fantasy, fairy tales, romantic movies, social media couples, soulmate nonsense. They walk into relationships expecting constant excitement, constant validation, constant emotional stimulation. But real life is not a movie. Real men are not scripted characters. Real relationships require tolerance, patience, discipline, responsibility. And when reality cannot match the fantasy, they don't examine the fantasy, they blame the reality. They blame you. You become the symbol of every expectation that didn't come true. Internal emptiness gets blamed on external circumstances. She tells herself if he earned more, if he was more romantic, if he listened more, if he was more masculine, if he was more emotional. And you try fixing these things. You stretch yourself, twist yourself, improve yourself, and nothing changes because the target keeps moving. Once she gets what you wanted, she finds something else that's wrong. It's not sabotage. It's not manipulation. It's simply that the unhappiness inside her needs somewhere to go. And here's something even darker. Many women present a version of themselves early in dating that is not sustainable. They act more agreeable than they actually are, more sexual, more easygoing, more patient, more feminine. Not because they're fake, but because they believe their real self won't be chosen. But acting drains energy, and when the mask slips, when they get tired of pretending, the real patterns reveal themselves. And now she resents you for not seeing through the mask she chose to wear. What makes it worse is that humans tend to recreate what feels familiar, not what feels good. If her childhood was chaotic, unpredictable, emotional, dramatic, then peace will feel uncomfortable. Stability will feel suspicious. Happiness will feel temporary. So she will unconsciously create the same emotional chaos she grew up in because chaos feels like home. She doesn't know she's doing it, but she does it. And eventually, unhappiness becomes identity, a lifestyle, a language, a way of bonding with other women. Complaining becomes the main form of connection. They relate through negativity. Gratitude is rare. Responsibility is rare. Victimhood is easy. Misery is familiar. And happy women are often isolated, judged, or mocked by other unhappy women. So the cycle continues. The painful truth is this: trying to make an unhappy woman happy makes you miserable. You fix one problem and another appears. You give more and she expects more. You sacrificed yourself and she still feels empty because the emptiness is inside her, not in the world around her. Meanwhile, you lose yourself. You lose your confidence. You lose your energy. You lose your sense of reality. And you start believing that her unhappiness is your fault. It never was. There's only one question that actually matters. Was she truly happy before she met you? Does she take responsibility for her emotions? Does she treat gratitude as a practice or as an accident? Does she carry peace within herself, or is she chasing it from the outside? Because if the answer is no, then you are stepping into a role that will drain your life force. You cannot heal someone who benefits from staying wounded. You can't fix someone who doesn't take responsibility for their own emotional patterns. And you cannot make an unhappy woman happy. Her happiness is her duty, her responsibility, her internal work. If she refuses to do it, no man on earth can do it for her. If you want to understand more about the emotional programs that control people far more than they realize, you're in the right place.